We take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down now, it's Murray. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And Roethlisberger's sacked.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, his 17th touchdown now on the season. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. I'm impressed. Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And a fair Fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they call a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. He stiff arms him, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and this is recovered by the Chargers.
What part they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
7 yards, the pick up there.
To C.J. Ward.
On second down, here's Herbert. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Ben Roethlisberger is sacked.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Gain of a yard. And it's third.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Roethlisberger is sacked.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere. That drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
I usually hesitate.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Joe Reed on the return.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And got his man complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 95 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you get people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Complete to Will Dissly. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught by Judy.
Roethlisberger.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He's going to float this one. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 5-yard pickup.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want it.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And Roethlisberger is sacked.
Oh, I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. L.A. readies for... its next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
I mean,
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he'll let this one go. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Ben Roethlisberger.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenneth Murray able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
At their own 40.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
First down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
32.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Roethlisberger will throw. And he lost the football. It's loose.
Roethlisberger is sacked. Fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here early in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. He's going to let it go again. And this is, oh, my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the
After the rough roughing penalty on the PAT. They'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Latavius Murray getting set to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more. Try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. From the 31. Roethlisberger, and boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they've audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. He's going to float this one deep right side. His 3rd interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. 1:52 to play until halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they get to it with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger completes it to Lee. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get 1 score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the 2nd, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, 1st half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And Herbert hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Will Dissly, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10. At their own 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. So we've reached halftime in a wild... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Joe Reed on the return.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
He's going to go up top again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 97 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
It tends to happen that way, doesn't it? The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Roethlisberger. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa bringing the lumber that time.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is kind of right on top of it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route.
And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the Broncos, 19.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Herbert throwing again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DJ Chark, his 21st touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. The slant completes to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
The Broncos 1st down.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Kenneth Murray. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 54 yards.
1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this one complete to Reed. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. LaVisca Chenault with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Mike Batchley to kick off for the Chargers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. And he's going to go down again. Kenneth Murray in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
it certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
The Chargers take over.
They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throw left side is complete to Reed. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Herbert. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
7-yard gain on the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's got the hook up to Lee. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marquise Lee with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get 1 score closer.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzling me a little bit.
Herbert's pass, incomplete. Intended for...
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air again, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And now there's another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 1-yard.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
And 5 yards to go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
To go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Cortland Sutton.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
The 44-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark, touchdown number 22 on the season. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. There's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 26.
After the turnover, here's Herbert going for it all. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, Chargers.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Well, PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And they get to it with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Kenneth Murray in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Now Ben on 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
This is unbelievable.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in high school.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Roethlisberger will throw, and that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
31 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Roethlisberger. And pressure gets to him again. Kenneth Murray in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kenneth Murray. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Completes it to Lee. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Joe Reed.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They're going to pass here with Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Touchdown.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that swing.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I often wonder why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. He's going to take another shot here. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wondered what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see.
And they get to it with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.